So what inspires me to get up in the morning? Again, I go back to Klaus Obermeyer. He says this, and he still says it at 104. The days we don't ski, they don't come back. And I think what is so powerful about the mountains is, and we talked about this summer, we were up by Tram Tower 1, and the mountain needs a rest because when the snow falls, right, it turns it into this playground. There's a lot of people doing a lot of crazy stuff on the hill, right? Like last season was something it gives me chills talking about. What I witnessed last season was spectacular. That level of anticipation of what's going to happen gets me up in the morning. Klaus is right. The days we don't ski, they don't come back. Everyone has a story, right? And my beginning obviously starts with mom. You know, mom gave me life. So she'd drag us from the Bay Area all the way to Tahoe. We'd have these cabins on the West Shore. I didn't know much about the Squaw Valley area until I was like 10 or 11, and mom brought us over here one time. I'm like, what have you been holding out on for so long? Look at the size of this place. We can do the commute up 80, stay here for a few days, got snowed in the winter of 82, 83. And that winter right there was everything. That's where the love of the snow, because there was so much that winter. I fell in love with the whole area, everything about skiing, and it's just been something that's stuck with me forever. So that's the roots. Grew up in the Bay Area, came up here with mom, and she showed me a different way. She's like my #1 OG, everything in the name of skiing. And here I am at 54 now, made a life and a lifestyle out of following my passion, that is skiing. I loved jumping. I liked what I saw in the movies, so I figured out how to jump. I self-taught myself. I didn't really take a whole lot of lessons. I got the fortunate opportunity to become a member of the Coors Light Freestyle Tour. I was doing jumps, doing flips off the kangaroo underneath Siberia. I was just instantly hooked, and sponsored by a beer company, and it was just magical. Like, no way in my crystal ball did I ever see that. But again, following the passion route and just sticking with it, it worked. So Lord of the Boards, the next step, I guess, in my career, Nick brought Jim Morgan and myself from the golf course at Squaw Creek, started talking about the conflict with skiers and snowboarders in the 90s. There was literally fights and lift lines between skiers and snowboarders. And all we're doing is sliding just different apparatuses and having some fun. So we came up with this concept called Lord of the Boards, which is ski, snowboard, telemark. So if you want to become the ultimate alpinist, right? Kind of like a triathlon, you had to ski, snowboard, and telemark. And what that did is open up the door for skiers to get on a snowboard and snowboarders to get on skis. And then anyone that was willing to try telemark, which is, the free heel, the original discipline of skiing, you had to do all three in this cross-type format. So motocross on ski, snowboard, tele. And we created this thing, unbeknownst to us, that it was going to be the next phase in competitive ski racing. And ironically enough, this right here, Lord of the Boards, this is the throne made out of recycled skis that when you won the event, you'd sit in this. That was just a tremendous moment in time. We had no idea what we were really signing up for, putting on. I still have the original handwritten notes of what the course is supposed to look like. It's got berms and jumps and whoop-de-doos and rollers, and we just put bamboo sticks as gates, and there's incidental contact, no pushing, no shoving, no punching, and no reach-arounds was the only rule. No speed suits. And we literally just made it up as we went along. In '96, the first event happened in Homewood. People really started to like it and take to it. Next thing you know, X Games says, hey, cool sport, how do we do this? And so we introduced it to ESPN, and in 1998, the first Skiercross took place live to the world. So with Skiercross, border cross, big air, slope style, and half pipe, those sports emerged as the new freestyles. And in the early 2000s, the FIS worked with the IOC, and by 2002, you had snowboarding in the Olympics. By 2006, you had all snowboarding in the Olympics. In 2010, you had Skiercross make its introduction. 2014, pipe, so on and so forth. So that evolution, because of what ESPN did, they were really the people that opened up the door and said, we believe in this. We don't know exactly how this is going to work, but they took a chance. ESPN said, hey, now we need someone on TV to explain this. So first year was live to the house. And then second year, I got the bid to do the TV side of things, which lasted 21 years. Nicknames and costuming. Let's look at the WWE world, right? You've got nicknames. Very few people use their real name there. They create identities, nicknames, and they come out with, flashy this and that on. And that appealed to me. Here, Squaw Valley was a pond crossing. I had to sign up as an alias. I signed up as Wicked Uncle Ernie. And it got shortened to Uncle E. And that nickname sort of stuck. And I kept with that nickname because it's easier to remember than Chris Ernst. And then hats, I'm bald, right? This head has always been cold, even when I had a little bit of hair when I was doing the comb over. To date, I have over 450 hats. I love wearing them because they speak I think they speak volumes and they have character. So I'm bald. I like to wear hats. I'm short. Those are things I know about myself. In the name of Akova, what attracted me in the first place was their want and willingness to produce quality product regardless of the cost, right? And do something different. But I see how challenging it is to deal with retail. And so the attraction here was, you're gonna do this direct to consumer. And during the pandemic, everybody was shopping online. So I noticed that there was passion behind the owners saying, we're gonna put our money where our mouth is, and we're gonna come up with some quality products. We're gonna talk to the people and say, what do you want? And we're going to deliver that, and that's exactly what they've done. The product has to be good, highly competitive marketplace. If you're producing SHIT, the consumer base this day and age is going to know it. This stuff is good. If it's not, it ain't going to pass the grade. So it's been an honor and pleasure to see how a young brand like this can grow.